Hi everyone, Chris from Extemporary Art here. So I took a reference and I created several images from the same reference, and this is just a video to show that, for me at least, a reference is a starting point, a reference point to create the artwork you want to create rather than creating a carbon copy. I think a lot of people can learn how to create a representational piece that's quite realistic, but I prefer to, me personally on my art journey, like to explore is looking at what it kind of means to express yourself. And this goes to show that the reference is that starting point, and I've created several from it. What I found interesting is, at first I create a digital image, and then I started off with just sort of tracing the image just to get the structure right. Then I did it more from just looking and hand-to-eye coordination before moving on to the traditional art. However, here's my first attempt where I tried it fresh with the traditional art, but by the time I get to the fifth image, the improvements are a lot, and so I'm pretty happy with them. Here is my second digital attempt, and the first image you saw was the end result, but I actually ended up preferring it halfway through, which I'll show you at the end. But again, I'm using these pink fluorescent fuchsia, I guess the colour would be pink fuchsia. And I'm using this as a structure to build upon the shading, the digital shading. But I end up preferring the image where it's half done. I mean, often I quite like seeing photorealistic drawings that are showing the pencil sketch with just maybe the eye or the lips or just half the face done, because then you can see that it actually is a pencil drawing with the realistic paint on top. So I like seeing the juxtaposition of the two rather than the fully finished image. And it seems that it's the same with my own. As we move on to the pencil sketch, which I didn't get a time-lapse of, it's not as successful. I was quite tired that day after doing a painting, and it's a little bit warped, and I just haven't got the proportions quite right. I much prefer wet mediums, which the digital is kind of mimicking. So I've been working on this painting for about 15 hours now. So at the end of that afternoon, when I had some time spare, I decided to do a really quick painting using really thick paint compared to the painting I'm working on, and just to let loose a bit and prove to myself that I can paint. And while it's not like got any likeness, which the other painting I have to put more likeness into it because it's of a friend's family, which you'll see in a video coming up, which I'm very proud of. And yeah, this one I just really went in very quickly. Took me around maybe half an hour, putting down the paint really thickly from the leftover palette, using colours that I had learnt to use on the other portrait that I learnt worked. And yeah, just really going for it. To start with, it looks really messy and I'm not sure if it's going to work, but then I'm really happy with the end result. So let me know what you think. Right, there you have it. One reference, many images. So yeah, for me, it's just a reference point to get to where I need to be with the vision. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. It's just a little buffer video in between the larger projects. I'm currently working on, as I keep saying, a longer painting, a longer video, which is looking really good, but it's taking a bit of time. So this is just a quick use of the little studies I've done in between that painting, created a time lapse of them, and I hope you enjoyed hearing me ramble on around the process. But yesterday, mine and Epic Kate's channel had a shout out on Average Joe Schmidt's channel, so thank you, Joe, for that shout out. And Joe's channel has these weekly summaries, which I'm really enjoying, a really positive vibe, just summing up the week, and has a really good message within that. So Joe, of course, is much better at explaining his message than I am, so here he is explaining his why after watching Epic Kate's video. So enjoy, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and a link to Joe's channel will be down below.
Have our why, what is your why? Your why is the thing that drives you to continue doing whatever it is you have a passion for doing. And for me, it comes down to a love for curiosity, kindness, just general connectedness of people.